Chapter 2: The Stay-at-Home Comedian. For the record, I came up with the expression stay-at-home comedian before I had heard Gary Shandling use it to describe himself during a stand-up comedy set I saw on Judd Apatow's HBO documentary on him. At the time, I had only one child, and I hadn't yet received my TV writing break at VH1 Classic. Now, I'm an unemployed comedian and a father of three. So despite Gary Shandling's reputation as a reclusive comedy whisperer to the stars during his post-Larry Sanders years, chances are he got out of the fucking house to entertain and do more sets at the Hermosa Comedy and Magic Club than I ever did. I met Gary Shandling once while I was doing catering work at an art event in Pasadena, California, around 2002. It was my first year of doing open mic stand-up comedy. Of course, I introduced myself. I told him I was doing stand-up and wanted to write for TV. He said, "Keep writing and you'll look like me." Always funny and kind. A class act till the end. God bless Gary Shandling. He lived out his dream and got to give Gina Gershon a foot massage on the Larry Sanders Show. So far, I've had to settle for passing Gina Gershon in the West Village with my wife, making heated eye contact with her along the way. She uttered a breathy, "Hey." It was like watching lost treasure float off into the distance with one-eyed Willie. But this stay-at-home comedian tale isn't about my non-existent sex life, since the cumulative effect of 3 breastfed kids has turned our bed into a permanent 24/7 open milk bar. The other night, my daughter said, "Mommy, you don't love Daddy because you're never affectionate with him. For example, not once do I ever see the two of you kiss." Meanwhile, my daughter doesn't understand how hard it is for my wife to get up for some good old-fashioned bed-elevating boom-boom circa 2010, which was our falling-in-love, sweaty sex period, especially when her husband fails to bring home any loot for the family for almost 3 years straight as a stay-at-home comedian and father of 3. Role-playing gets uncomfortable fast when your wife feels that you're starting to strangle her too hard financially. So what makes me a stay-at-home comedian? Well, I'm a pretty prolific joke writer. For 3 years, my open mic has been a social media site called Comedy Wire and Twitter. On Comedy Wire, I've banged out over 7,000 jokes voted on by other comedians. On Twitter, my grand total before I pulled the plug on my account was an accumulation of 40,000 jokes since hopping on the platform 7 years ago, after my daughter was born. President Trump's tweet output is around 40,000. Obviously, native New Yorkers from Queens have zero problems expressing themselves, and they never run out of colorful things to say. About a year ago, I did an open mic at the Eastville Comedy Club in Manhattan. It was a good set for the 5 remaining in attendance. I opened with, "Caitlyn Jenner wasn't asexual married to Kris Jenner, but I bet Bruce Jenner stayed harder longer after he got Kris to cut her hair short, so she looked more like a dolled-up Ralph Macchio." I don't miss playing basketball in Queens. One time my brother and I were about to play a game of one-on-one, and 5 black guys showed up on the court, all wearing white beaters and jean shorts, looking like they all got dressed up for Coolio Appreciation Day. Then, the leader of the Gangster Paradise Coalition barked out, "Yo, blacks versus whites." My asshole immediately tensed. I felt like my manhood was just shredded to pieces. I leaned over to whisper toward my younger brother, "Blacks versus whites?" This basketball court turned into a prison yard scene real fast. We better look around for some neo-Nazis to protect us. We didn't watch every single episode of Oz for nothing. At least our bum-free noses work in our favor. I miss getting laughs on stage while performing stand-up comedy. Getting laughs is still the best feeling in the world, but you only get great at stand-up comedy by getting on stage all the time. I don't want to abandon my kids for the road 300 days per year to wait around forever for my allotted stage time just yet. Arsenio Hall took a break from showbiz at the height of his Coming to America fame to look after his kid, and he looks like $1 million today. I'm 42 and still get asked for ID, so I must be doing something right. Getting asked for ID at Target with my 3 kids makes me feel like a teen dropout from Tallahassee whose LinkedIn profile should read Crystal Meth Homemaker. I'm a joke machine now. I couldn't stop if I tried. Controlling our kids with comedy can make our kids great again. My 3 super sweet, fuss-free kids as a whole are living proof of it.